Hi friends, thanks for joining me today and welcome back to our Floral States of America project, where we are putting together a single block for each state of the United States. This is a cottoncuts exclusive project that you had to sign up for many months ago, and I was lucky enough to get a spot. Now I know a lot of people that are participating in this particular project are way ahead of us. We are way behind, but that's okay because I wanted to make sure that we spent special time with each individual state. Today's state is South Carolina. South Carolina's state flower is the yellow jasmine, and it is absolutely gorgeous, as you've seen by the thumbnail for this particular video. So let's take a closer look at the fabrics that we've been given by Wyndham Fabrics for this particular project, and let's see what type of a block we're going to be making for South Carolina. All right, so here is the beautiful fabrics that they have selected for us to go with the yellow jasmine flower. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm loving the dark blues and the little green leaves. They're just adorable. Along with our flower fabric, they've also given us some background fabrics, including this dark navy blue here and this beautiful crisp white. These are Kona solids. They're absolutely beautiful. As you can see, this is the block that we're going to be making for our South Carolina state. South Carolina is a state in the southeastern region of the United States. It borders North Carolina to the north and northeast, the Atlantic Ocean to the southeast, and Georgia to the southwest and south across the Savannah River. Along with North Carolina, it makes up the Carolinas region of the East Coast. The South Carolina state flower is the yellow jasmine. The yellow jasmine has been used historically for various medicinal purposes to treat mental illnesses, the flu, sore throats, and much more. South Carolina was named in honor of King Charles I of England, who first formed the English colony, with Carolus being Latin for Charles. In 1712, the province of South Carolina was formed. One of the original 13 colonies, South Carolina became a royal colony in 1719. South Carolina became the 8th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution on May 23, 1788. South Carolina is also known as the Palmetto State. It was given this nickname due to its abundant palmetto trees, specifically the sabal palmetto species. These trees have large leaves and are known for their resilience to hurricane-prone areas. However, the state's connection to the palmetto leaves became significant during the American Revolutionary War. In 1776, British forces attacked Charleston, aiming to capture Fort Sullivan. However, they were met with an unexpected resistance due to an ingenious defense strategy involving the palmetto logs in South Carolina. The South Carolinian soldiers reconstructed a fortification using these lightweight yet resilient logs. When British cannonballs collided with palmetto logs, instead of shattering like traditional wooden ones, their spongy nature absorbed much of the impact. This allowed Fort Sullivan to withstand prolonged bombardment and ultimately repel British forces. History runs deep in South Carolina. On December 20th, 1860, the South Carolina Declaration of Secession would be signed, starting the formation of the Confederacy, and on April 12, 1861, Confederate troops would fire shots at Fort Sumter in the Charleston harbor. This would be considered the first shots to begin the Civil War. A wave of enthusiasm for war swept over the North and South, and by the time it ended in April of 1865, South Carolina would fight more than 137 battles. Experts say between 620 and 750,000 lives would be lost. Following the war, our nation would enter the Reconstruction era in an attempt to rebuild the country and become a stronger nation, granting freedom to all. While South Carolina may carry much of our nation's history, it also has an eclectic side. There are many towns with weird and silly names there. Some of these include Pumpkin Town, Possum Kingdom, Quarantine, Wide Awake, and Climax. In addition to its fun town names, be careful of some of their different laws. These include, if a man proposes marriage to a woman, by law, the marriage must take place. It's also illegal to keep a horse in a bathtub. And, when approaching an intersection in an automated vehicle, the driver must stop 100 feet from the intersection and fire a gun or a rifle to warn horse traffic before proceeding through. Here's a fun fact for all you golfers out there. On September 29th, 1786, the first club for golfers in the United States was created by Scottish settlers in Charleston, South Carolina. And next time you use non-dairy creamer in your coffee, imagine what it must have been like for the South Carolinians to experience a non-dairy creamer rain. In 1969, when the local creamer manufacturer encountered a mechanical problem with its exhaust vents, the vents became clogged, which resulted in puffs of non-dairy creamer being expelled into the air. When it rained, the creamer mixed with the water, resulting in a weird, creamy rain. I'm still trying to learn how to do these corners a little bit better. This is a new technique that I really haven't used very much, but it's something that's been introduced to me with this project, is these opposite corners. And I think it's making great for the seams. I think it's doing a great job. It's just, it takes me a minute to figure out which fabric needs to go which direction, because it's not something I'm used to. So it always takes a couple extra seconds. So let me just give this another really hard press here. And then I can show it to you. There we go. All right. And this, friends, is our block for South Carolina. It fascinated me that this was just made from 4 flying geese, and it's just a matter of how you put the fabric pieces together, and that's how it's made. It fascinates me that these flying geese are so versatile that you can make so many different types of projects with them. I'm always intrigued by the different ways to do it. So this is just another option for you with regards to 4 flying geese blocks. Isn't that neat? All right, the last step in our process is to go ahead and color in our South Carolina state. Ooh, that's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one. Let me go ahead and take care of that real quick, and I'll show you what we've come up with. All right, our state of South Carolina is all colored in, and I was able to use some brand new colors that we haven't had before because I did purchase those box of markers. So it's right here. And then this is a closer look at the block that we have here, and you can kind of start to see a little bit of the flying geese here as we look at it a little bit closer. See, there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. So there was 8 total flying geese that made this block possible. And that, my friends, is our block for South Carolina. Well, friends, that's it for South Carolina. That block went together super quick and super easy. As I mentioned before, I'm always fascinated with how different color variations of flying geese blocks can be put together to make all kinds of different designs. This is definitely not a design that I have done before with the flying geese, but I absolutely love it, and I'll definitely be using it in a future project later on. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far, and if you've missed one or more of the episodes, I'll put a link in the description box below to the entire playlist, so make sure you check that out. Each video is less than 10 minutes long, so it doesn't take a whole lot of time to look through the entire playlist. And while you're down there, don't forget to leave a comment and let us know what state you're from, so that we can make sure to look forward to learning more about your particular state. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this video so that you can be notified the next time we have another one of these videos or a live stream coming up later on. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see all of you again very, very soon. Bye for now.